Hi guys, hi beautiful people, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel, and here we have the recap of the activities that have been taking place in the camp. Yes, the candidates have arrived camp since about 5 days ago. Yes, they've been in camp enjoying the activities, and yes, there were some awards that were given out by the Face of Hope organization. Here we have the Arrival Punctuality Award, which was won by Lagos State, and Anambra came in at third place, and Osun State came in at second place. Okay, so Lagos was the first candidate to arrive camp, and she won 100,000 naira for that. Okay, so yes, this is very, very, very interesting. I love this particular award because, of course, the girls, they want to see how serious the girls are when it comes to punctuality, and Lagos State won it hands down. Okay, so congratulations to Lagos State. And also, the next award that was given out was the Best Arrival Outfit Award, which was won by Miss Anambra State, and Lagos took second, and of course Nasarawa took third. Okay, so the winner took 100,000 naira, as the winner of the best arrival outfit. Left to me personally, I don't think I wouldn't have chosen Anambra State as the winner. I thought there were so many other girls that had better outfits, than Miss Anambra State, and I was told that this particular award was given based on social media engagement and social media interactions with what Anambra was. So, anyways, congratulations to her. And the next award went to most influential on the first day. I think this award is to the person or the state that actually, got a lot of social media engagements on the first day, and the winner went to Miss Ekiti State, and she won a whooping sum of 100,000 naira for being the most influential on day one. Okay, so yes, this is the award that was given out to Osun State. Sorry, to Ekiti State. And next we have here Miss Plateau State getting the Healing Circle support. This award was very, 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 very important. Like, it's very, very important rather, and it really touched my heart because it was given to Miss Plateau State for surviving the just crisis, and I'm really, really happy with this particular award. I believe that it's going to these incentives of 1 million naira is going to help her stand on her feet, as a survivor of the communal crisis. And I feel like this particular award is was even like this is my favorite award. Like, serious, this was my favorite award. I really love this, and I feel like this is a good innovation for the other pageants to emulate as well. All right, so here we have the sashing ceremony. Yes, it was very beautiful. I loved it, and I would say that this is like a recap of what has been happening in camp. Okay, so please, if you're watching this particular video and you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, hit the subscribe button, like, share, and click on the notification bell so that whenever I post new videos, you will be notified. Okay, so if you like pageant content, here is the place to be. All right, now on to the sashing ceremony. And yeah, each of the girls were being sashed with their various states. And here, I think I did a standout, your post arrival standout that I posted about 2 days ago, where I talked about the standouts and the sashing ceremony. Each of the girls looked beautiful, but I had my standout. I think I mentioned Lagos State as one of my standouts, Ebonyi State, Nasarawa, Benue State, Abia State, Anambra State, and also who else? And Imo State as one of my standouts at the session ceremony. I loved their outfits and they looked so beautiful and regal. Okay, I also love the fact that the sponsors, one of the sponsors of the pageant, Hawaii Cosmetics, gave out gifts to each of the contestants. While they were being sashed, and the box contains a lot of goodies. Okay, so, anyways, after the session ceremony, the ladies had they had a party, a party, the after party, and all that, and they really enjoyed themselves, and it was a very, very beautiful ceremony. I loved it, and the girls had a very wonderful time, with the organization and the sponsors as well. All right, so it was very, very beautiful. I loved it, and I would say that. that was the beginning of the show. Okay, yes, after the sashing ceremony, the other activities began to they started the other activities as well. All right. So yeah, after the sashing ceremony, we had a welcoming party for the candidates as well, like I mentioned before, and the girls had fun with their sponsors and with the organizers, and they got to know each other, they get to fraternize, they get to socialize and all that. It was wonderful. All right, so the next day or subsequent big event was the arrival and welcoming of Miss International 2025, all the way from Colombia. Yes, she's one of the special guest of honors in this year's pageant, and I believe that she's also going to be welcoming the first runner up, Miss International Africa, all the way from Zimbabwe as well. But she was the first to arrive, and look at her here, looking so beautiful. And she's being welcomed by each of the contestants. I believe she's going to have a very, very, very wonderful stay here in Nigeria. She's going to enjoy her stay. I believe she's going to enjoy her stay. And of course, it was a very, very warm and and befitting welcoming ceremony at the airport. She was welcomed by all the contestants and to a dancing troupe. um yeah, and she mentioned that this is one of the best welcoming ceremony, or welcoming reception she has received so far, after being crowned Miss International. Okay, so kudos to the Face of Hope organization, and I believe that they're going to serve her a lot of Nigerian delicacies, okay, so that she'll come back for more, and definitely. All right, so onto the next year, we have the girls that are being trained by one of Nigeria's renowned catwalk coach, Info World. He is the the official catwalk coach of the ladies in camp, and he's here teaching each of them how to you know how to catwalk on stage, and I believe that he's doing a very good job. And most probably, most of the ladies are going to improve on their walk. Okay, because I saw some terrible walks, prior to this, and being the fact that he is their coach, I believe that those other ones that have not been able to, you know, walk properly will do so after the training. Okay, so here he is teaching the girls how to strut the runway and how to pose for cameras and all that. And yes, we're going to see the results of this particular teaching, or this particular class on the runway, during the preliminary competition and the finals night. Okay, so he's here coaching the ladies, and I believe that each of them have learned a lot from him, because he is a very, very good he's very good at what he does. Okay, so I believe that the ladies are going to um, learn a thing or two when it comes to catwalking, and when it comes to posing for the cameras, and improving on their paracella and also their stage presence as well. Okay, so yes, I believe that these ladies, they have what it takes to wow the audience on that particular day. All right, so here we have the dinner ceremony in honor of Miss International 2025. Yes, she had dinner with the ladies, in the exquisite Echo Hotel and Suites. Okay, Echo Hotel and Suites is the venue for this year's competition, and also the host for of the ladies. They've been we've been hosted by the Echo Hotel and Suites all throughout this competition, and I believe that they've had a wonderful time so far, at the prestigious hotel. All right, so that is it. And also, let's not forget, yes, the most impactful queen award was also issued out, and this was issued on their Instagram page, and I voted for two of these particular candidates that received the award. I actually voted for Yekachi and Ada Eme, and they were awarded 500,000 naira each as most impactful queen award. Also, Princess Agubiade, one of Nigeria's veteran queens, was also awarded. Okay, so I'm very happy with the awards, and yes, I believe that that those incentives, no matter how small it is, it will go a long way to encourage these queens. That whatever they did, or the works that they did not go unnoticed. Okay, so this is it for this particular recap and summary of what has been happening in camp, and so far so good. our favorites are beginning to show up. Our favorites are beginning to, you know the front runners are beginning to be recognized. Okay, so next video I'm going to be posting here on my channel is going to be my front runners and dark horses, you know of this year's Face of Hope competition. Okay, so yes, that is it for today, and I'll see you all in my next video coming up very soon. Bye.